Hello everybody, I am Lisbeth, and welcome back to episode 25 of my Oxygen Not Included Let's Play series, where today we are going back to space. So I've done a bit of preparation up here, and we've got a little sweepy, which is going to be nice. It's cute. But we're going to build a second rocket here that's exclusively going to be for researching, and then this one will be for going out to have a look around the star map. Because we might as well do both at once. Now, I've gotten just about everything going in here. We are slowly but surely bringing the temperature in here down. These are still just a tiny bit warm, but that'll come in time. Oh look, see, these two up here are going. So, we're about ready to start preparing food with this. I have put in a water sieve and I'm just filling our water down here back up. I'm going to have to probably pump that out, but oh well. And I am extending our base to here, so this is going to wrap around this way so that we can have a water lock and stop all this carbon dioxide getting in. Because we're now running the petroleum generators, we're producing a lot of carbon dioxide. Now I am pumping a fair bit of that out into the atmosphere, like into up here, where it is immediately solidifying, but I can't do anything about that. And this storage bin right here will be for 1700 kilograms of plastic. And we're going to bump the priority up on that, because the Orbital Microlab needs power and plastic to run. Now that that's deconstructed, we can start building these. So I am also lifting our ceiling up here. Now these two ought to reach the whole way across here, and then of course the sweepy's going to be able to come and... So these are robo-miners, and they will dig up all this regolith that falls down here, because I would like an automatic way of doing that and make it a lot quicker. Of course, this switch is going to have to be moved, so we're going to add that as well. We will also need power, and we can go something like that. I'm actually going to extend this down here, so we can go like that. We can also dig these. Alright, now, is there anything else I've been doing? This is slowly cooling down. As soon as this is temperature, a little tiny bit warmer, and this down here all cools down a fair bit. So we're running the cooling for the mealwood on the same cooling loop as the rest of the base. But on the bright side, all of the oxygen coming in is now coming in at 36 degrees. So that's a lot less heat getting injected directly into the base. So we should be able to get things all sorted out. But aside from that, this is going nicely. Like, this is working very well, as a matter of fact. I ought to. Yeah, I definitely should. So, all of this natural gas, we should really pump out. And we're going to filter it, of course. Like that. Now, I think there's only... Oh, there is a little bit of steam down here. So we're going to have to filter out the natural gas. And we're going to put this down here. And has that all got power? Yes. Alright, so we can leave that as is. This will pump out natural gas, of course. And that comes all the way, yes, up in here. So that will just help us a little bit with our power. Now, we can extend this along. We'll have to have another water lock over this way as well, I think. But for now, we can stop the water coming through this way. We're gonna have to deconstruct that and replace it with a heavy wire. Like that. So let's make that a bit more important. Get that in, and then we can go up and have a look at the rockets a bit more properly. Yeah. I'm also taking this plumbing. All this water here is coming down here to power the oil well. Well, that's bonus hydrogen, I guess. So yeah, that's where we're at. Now, that's done. Power. Something like that. Alright, so once that is up and running again, which will be just a moment. Perfect timing with the start of the new day there. Alright, that is full. Fantastic. So, we can now start digging out. I suppose we better finish doing all this properly, because I was like, I really want to get into the researching, but I should do this properly. So... Power... We get to destroy that, all of that. Wrong button. Like that. That can all go. We are of course going to need something a little bit more proper as far as powering rockets goes. So we will have to have a look into that. But we're going to put all of this up. And get into it. Alright, we'll be back in a little bit once I've gotten all this installed. we're back. So what have we gotten done? All of this is in and dug out. So whenever I open up the doors, the robo miners will be able to dig out everything from down here. And they're not going to get covered themselves. Now, I've put behind them some drywall here. And what that will be for is we're going to fill this pipeline here up with petroleum, which is what this liquid pipe here is all about. It runs all the way down here through the base, down to our line here. So we're going to pinch just a little bit of petrol out of that line and bring it up here to fill this cooling loop, and I'm going to put this lid on here and I'll cap this off as well, and I'll let out all of this oxygen so that there's an atmosphere in here for this to transfer. And like, we're not going to be using this a lot or for very long, so I don't think I need anything much more complicated as far as cooling goes. Like, these are made of gold, which means they'll overheat at 125 Celsius. So we should be fine. We've also got the sweepy here, and we'll have a conveyor loader, so once everything's dug up, it'll get picked up automatically and brought back down here. And I think that's all good. Now, I've also put in this liquid lock so that all this gas down here doesn't get up here further, and I'm putting in a liquid lock right here. Which ought to help out as well. What else have we done? I think that's about it. Now, I've just got to let them build all of this. Fortunately, a lot of the copper to make this has come from space, so they're not having to carry up all of the materials. We're also... What was I going to say? I've got all of the plastic up here. This is full now. So this should be all the plastic that we need to do all of the research. I think... I'm not 100% sure, but either way, there will be some plastic up here. That's a bit loud. Ready to go. This in here is the right temperature. Now, what I should really do, now that this is all a good temperature, is shorten this loop so that it only comes back to here, but unfortunately, that's a bit of a problem, right? Yeah. Like it's a bit of a spaghetti junction around here is what I'm trying to say. We've got a lot going on. This got quite busy, didn't it? So, yeah, the other thing I've been considering as well is actually just getting rid of the plastic Drecos. Because, like, we can take care of it this way, and we're not using huge amounts of plastic. And once we get all of our... like, all our transit tubes and stuff in, so I'm going to put a transit tube... They'll get on down the bottom here and it'll just take them straight up and dump them like here. If I could build like a vertical shaft straight down here perhaps. Or even just skim it up along here. Just to help them get back home quicker. But like aside from that, I don't really need a lot. As far as transit tubes go. Now, the last thing we did is we picked up one extra duplicant. And where are they? It was... Ada here. Here she is. That is our new friend. So that is our 16 duplicants now, so we're not going to be accepting any more, I think, from now on. I reckon we've got enough. I've got all my base set up more or less. We've got some space in here that I'm not sure what to do with. And we do have to wait for our nosh sprouts to grow so we can populate this here. But once this is all up and running, it's going to be pretty good, I reckon. There's a lot of carbon dioxide in there, which I will have to do something about. Now, I do know that these guys can produce enough oxygen for a significant number of slicksters. So I could make a new room, shift all this, and that might be a good next project kind of thing once we've gotten all our space research done. I can move all of our ethanol distillers and, as along those lines, our petroleum generators, because they produce quite a lot of water, carbon dioxide. And then the slicksters, if I have molten slicksters and it's hot enough, they'll just straight up produce petroleum. So that'll get rid of... And I can leave them wild as well, that's the good thing. Like, I don't have to domesticate them. They'll just eat... They'll just eat all the carbon dioxide, won't they? So that's sort of something I'm having to think about at the moment. But for now, let's get all the petroleum up in here and get this running. And I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so we've got all of that built up now, and I've busted this oxygen out of here. I demolished these two pipes here, so now we have just a teeny weeny little drop there of petroleum, and that will help facilitate the transfer of temperature between the robo-miners and the cooling loop. Now, plumbing. Petroleum kinda freezes when it gets cold, you know? So what if we go to plumbing and we get, say, a liquid valve and do something like that. That sounds pretty good. What we can do then is that liquid will stop here. Is there enough room? It might be better to put this liquid valve up here, and I think that's what I'll do. I'll probably have to dump out a bunch of this petroleum as well. So, I did have a bit of an issue with petroleum in some of these pipes freezing, which is why there's petroleum down here. And the best thing I think I can do is not make that out of steel, because it doesn't matter. If there's less than 1 kilogram of something, like a tenth of as much as can fit in a packet, it won't change states. So I can just run a very small amount. See, that's already overheating. I'll have to do something about that as well. I'm just not entirely sure what. Actually, what if we... do something like that. Because that reaches 1, 2, 3, 4. That should reach the dock. I did have some petroleum on the ground here, of course. What I might just do for now is disconnect the power whilst I think about it. Because I have other stuff I want to do. Which means we're also going to cancel that. Now. Building a rocket. So we're going to have a bigger rocket now, I think. It'll be able to give us more space on the inside of there. To do research and have like a bed and all sorts of stuff, food and whatnot. Obviously, we have all our plants are growing up, which is nice. Temperature, it is cold in here, but not super cold. I think a bit of that issue is that some of the dirt that's coming in is not quite as cold. So it will take a little bit for this to chill back out again. But this up here is now warm enough. So I need to stop this. Because the dirt coming out of here will be quite warm as well. Whoa. How did you... Camille? Camille? That ought to keep you safe. Yeah, I thought that'd happen. Let's deconstruct that for now. But aside from that, everything's going pretty well. I'm not sure why we have polluted water down here now. I have no idea what happened there. But what can you do? It might be from this loop here. I told it to... if it was above -3. So that should keep it out of the freezing range of... Yikes. We're getting quite a bit of... Oh my god, Camille! Ah! What happened? Camille? Camille? Oh, I cannot believe. I have no idea what happened. What can you do? We're also going to deconstruct that for now. Because I need them to build these. Is why. Alright. Now we can have a look inside. That's quite a bit of room. Alright. So something I need to consider. So we're gonna have in here... in fact, if we send 2... Oh no, that really isn't worth it. So we want stations. We're gonna want... one of these, right? It's a 2x3. Made of plastic. Now, they take 60 watts and they need 5 kilograms of plastic for each research point. So I have nowhere near enough plastic. I'm actually going to need, with my calculator, 1700 times 5 is 8,500. So I actually need 8,500 kilograms of plastic. So let me just come back outside. Back outside. We're gonna up this to 8,500. So that can get filled up properly. Alright, let's come back inside here. So I'm gonna need... one person's gonna go out and research, and that is gonna be Ellie. So we're gonna need a few things. One of which is a bathroom. Oh, they have these now. So that has to go up against a wall. Does it? And it has to be on the ground. Must be built in a corner on the ground. So there, honestly, is probably pretty fine. What does it need? Needs 2.5 kilos per use. That makes a lot of water. Just reading. We're also going to need medicine, a sink, right? You know what we can use is hand sanitizer. And I think that's a better option for this. Takes up less space, yada yada yada. I've seen people make all sorts of really fancy stuff in here, but I'm just going to go for something that will work. So now this needs automatically sleep in assigned beds at night. Yes, that's fine. So where can I put that? Like literally anywhere? What if I put it there? Can I flip it? I can flip it. What if I put it there? So we'll need obviously power and stuff as well. I'm just trying to figure out how exactly I want to do this. That's some creepy music. How much power does the orbital microlab need? 650 watts, wasn't it? 60 watts, that's barely anything. Perfect. Alright, let's pop that there. Tile. Something like that. Actually, let's make them mesh tiles. Then we can have... Where was our bed? Like that. And then we need another ladder there. And we're going to need power in the form of a manual generator. We're also going to need batteries. Now, I understand that we can produce power. How do those, like, battery modules and all that work on the rockets? Right? Because I can have this battery module. Interior rocket outlets. And this converts power, like, is that... Should I use these? Like, if I had one of these solar panel modules, would that provide power to the interior here? That's for gas. Oh, does this dump all its water out into space? That's a bit of a bummer. That is for liquid. And that's for gas. Okay. We are actually going to... I am going to put in one of these full of water, I think, for this specifically. How much do they hold? 5 ton. 5,000 calculator time divided by 2,500. No. 5 ton is 5 million, isn't it? 5 million grams of water. So it's 5,000 divided by 2.5. So that's 2,000. Okay, so we can have one of these and that'll be like all the water we need for this forever, pretty much. I'm fine with that. Whoops. Something like that. Plumbing, we need a pipe. Output like that. And no. There we go. Ventilation, we're obviously going to want gas in. A high pressure gas vent, that's fine. And power is the last thing we really need. So honestly, a manual generator. And some tiles, mesh tiles. And we'll have a battery, like that. That's fine by me. That's all they need, right? Oh, and food, of course. So... food, refrigerator... What, and we just put it there? I mean... what about right there? We don't really need anything else, just a... cancel that, that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna let them build all that, and I think that'll just be about fine by me. We can deconstruct everything. Oh, I mean, like... it's only gonna be for... just popped in and out again. Like, the only use this is gonna be for is to... do our research, so what else do we need? We are going to create a new rocket, however. Give it a carbon dioxide engine. Build and put on top of it the small nose cone. And this can be our star map rocket. So we'll start off just by, you know, doing what we can. And then we'll have to start worrying. So I think actually coming out this way would be good to start off with. Now, who can't reach food? Guys, you gotta stop you actually gotta stop doing this. Look, we'll just let him through it, but that's gonna let out all the... How do they keep doing that? Like, I don't even know. Oh well. Let them build all this. And then we can think more properly about cooling. I think I've got a good idea, actually. And that would be to run... this is like hydrogen rather than... yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh my god. Everyone get out of there. Now what that means we can do as well is do the... I don't know, like there. And there. Like that, yeah? Yeah, that's better. Nope, 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 nope. Too far, too far, too far. There. Like that. And then like that, and then... something like... that. And then what we're gonna have is... a gas like hydrogen in here rather than all of this petroleum, which, to be honest, I'm just gonna quietly disappear. Like, we're getting petroleum for pretty much free. Now this ought to be natural gas, yes. There we go. That's good there. And that'll stop natural gas floating up this way. Alright, super. Let's let them build that. And we'll be right back. Well, we have a teeny weeny little, yeah, issue. We're struggling on food. Now, that is because I have 16 duplicants, and I am impatiently waiting for all of these to be ready to go. So I just kind of have to deal with microbe mushes until I get to that point, right? Like Ada can't eat anything at the moment because the meat isn't cooked. There's plenty of raw meat, like, right here now. But we just... like, eek. We're in a bit of trouble. Fortunately, Rowan is up here cooking away, so we have lots of barbecue now, but that's still a bit of a yikes. Now, as for up here, we have our hydrogen in here. I'm just altering it a little bit so that it helps cool down these things. And we're getting our carbon dioxide power in here. They're also kind of building stuff. We want this to be, what was it, 8,500 of plastic. Oh, it's nice and quiet out here. Which means that this can be deconstructed. View interior. Make that one more important. And I'm really happy with that. We're in a really good position now to be going to space and exploring and researching. And we need to put in a new rocket control station. So yeah, and I cannot remember for the life of me how everything went in here, but we can have a high pressure gas vent like that. Now, you guys... Ooh, power. That's a bit of a yikes. Let's just turn that off for now. Oh, no, we can't do that. Yeah, I need more petroleum in this cooling loop here. Or like an awkward everything's going terribly moment. So I need all of this. And we can chop that off for now. We can also chop that off for now. So I need all of this to fill up briefly. And then we'll be cooling down our power production and... oh goodness. That ought to do it. Now we can reconnect our petroleum generators. Alright, that should be good. And aside from that, yeah, we've just got a few little things to build up here. And then we're all ready to go. And like, food is just so close to being, aha, that's all good to go. So now we can make tofu forever. And this will accept only... I can't choose it at the moment because we haven't built one. Spicy tofu. Actually, it can take surf and turf as well. But that's going to be a real temporary, like, kind of thing. How are we going down here? Overheating? That shouldn't take very long. Because this all just has to cool down. Because we just injected hot petroleum in there. But we'll be right. It just takes a little bit of time. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I will spend a little bit of time letting all the temperatures settle down and all that sort of stuff. I'm also going to do all the researching, or at least investigating the star map off camera, because we've seen that now and we sort of understand how it works. And next time we're going to actually do the orbital microlab stuff and do our research and be done with it forever. So I'll stop having that annoying notification over there that says no research focus selected. And that also means that I can tear down this over here. Look how many red bolts we've generated. I could actually probably remove all these Wheezeworts. Speaking of, They're making it nice and cool over here. I've got this all set up. A problem we're gonna have sometime in the future, is that a regular Slickster? No, it's a molten one. Is we're gonna run out of water. Yeah, look at that. Plumbing. Yeah, we're really, that's no good. That's no good. So that's why I've got this down here. I'm gonna desalinate some of this water and bring it up. So I'll also do that between episodes. How am I gonna do this? I suppose if I just bring it this way and just straighten there, that'll work, and then that can come up here. Yeah, that's exactly how we're gonna do it. So I hope that sounds good, but I'm gonna have to call it quits there, because this has taken quite a while to build. So thank you very much everyone for being here. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one. By the way, if you check the description, I will hopefully figure out how to give you guys a world download, so you can have a look around a bit better on your own. And I will get this desalinator all working, so it'll be like, hopefully, a bit more self-sufficient by the time you guys get to it. But until then, I'll catch you guys later. Bye!